Good afternoon, everybody. It's Darth Rabbit 07 coming today with another quick review from the Transformers Legacy Evolution line. It's the next one in the wave, the least one I was looking forward to reviewing because we've already seen this a couple of times. But make sure to all the same like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. And thank you again to all those that have joined my journey and watched my reviews, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you so very, very much. Let's turn this around and get down on the turntable with Crosscut. And this guy is another repaint retool of the Skids mold. Obviously, looks really good on the box art right there on the side. That's the reason why it really wasn't, tracking on my radar to get this guy, because we've already seen this a couple different times. Rename it Evo Fusion from the Skids release last year, give it a different head mold, and gang mold the tires red and don't fix the hubcaps. That's just all stuff that is going to happen, I guess, from here on. It's going to get cheaper and cheaper as the stuff gets more expensive as we go. There's the bio if you want to scan there, and let's not forget on the bottom of the box, pause and scan there to grab hold of the barcode for if you're looking in the store to be a completionist. I doubt somebody's going to want to buy something all these times, but I'm doing it because I love the Transformers and I like the legacy stuff. Thanks again to all those, like I said, that subscribe, and let's get them out of box. We've got Crosscut's instructions here. We've already seen this quite a few times, so we're going to spend a lot of time right here. Just your little normal configuration stuff that goes whenever you go to open up Skids Crosscut, and how he transforms and the weapon configurations however you see fit for the Evo Fusion this time around. So there's those instructions, and inside of the box how he's packed with the new stuff. And there it is. Some folks like to see just exactly what you're getting into. You got the tissue paper roll here again, and then some twine. Let's get this out. And free of its temporary stasis lock there. And here's the peace-loving Senator Crosscut on the turntable, looking mighty fine there. Just going to do a little quick look around there and get in close to the details and other things there. You got some beamingly yellow eyes there, if it'll focus in. Boom, there we go. And face sculpt doesn't look bad. I just hate that the same silver it's used on the car mode is not also used on the face mask and the other part. They do cost savings wherever they can. It's the same to be said about the wheels and the wrist, or the fist are using that same cost cutting manner to make the tires obsolete. And you'll see that more so in car mode here in a minute. He's got the same exact articulation as Skids, so we don't need to go through all that, but I will do a quick comparison of Crosscut with the other robot modes. This is the original mold released last year, and we got a really good Skids out of it. A lot of folks don't really care for it, but then we also got with the Velocitron line in the summer there, we got a hold of Burnout. She's pretty cool in herself, and depending on the continuity, it's a he or she thing. I don't mean to get into pronouns. And then I think this is the best of the use of this mold. The retooling into the Trigger Con crankcase, I think, is the best use of it. I even like the retooled front there. The one thing I don't care for is that they shortened this thing to where it doesn't lock into place, and maybe I'm missing a step, and nope, it don't push back at all. So this doesn't shift backwards or forwards whatsoever, and camera got too hot and shut off on me in midstream, so that's what we got going on there. And I like this guy still the best of the Skids mold, and nothing left to do now but to get this guy converted into vehicle mode and finish off this quick review. We've already, like I said, seen this like 3 other times. In 3, 2, 1, and there is Crosscut on the turntable, looking awesome until you roll it around and see his big red tires. I mean, I can understand some white wall tires on some older vehicles, but red is just another lazy thing that's going on with the rise of prices and the stuff these days. It's so aggravating. So let's get a look at these details here and look at that bumper. It's the same thing you see with Skids. There's the ugly, I wish that the budget would have covered a better rim set. I don't really care for a port to ever be put there ever again. I want universal rims, and I don't really want to see that silver there. I like to see the paint get distributed and made nicer here. I guess I'll touch it up and do some stuff later. As you can see, it's the back window area, and the bumper is not painted. Everything else is covered in this nice silver paint, which is kind of astonishing considering the track record here. You know, it's got paint on it, but it's just like, okay, come on, this is just lazy. Oh, that's about going to do it for Crosscut there. There's a look around. And you can see on this one's from CMD store. And I shortly thereafter received one from Hasbro Pulse. And in the Hasbro Pulse version, it's got scrapes all over this. I mean, it's just, I guess, what happens when you have it in a box. And these were tied up with twine, but I mean, boom. So let's do some vehicle comparisons with his brethren real quick. And here is Crosscut with Skids and how it turns out. And Burnout, she doesn't have her Autobot symbol painted the same way that those other two does. The Decepticon symbol looks amazing on crankcase, and eventually there'll be a Reboost instead of a crankcase. I'm just using that because it is a retool, better version of this mold except for the hinge on the outside. But I mean, it looks kind of like a Hummer at this point. Anyway, I think that looks pretty nice, and they added some extra molding there on the back of crankcase versus that. And to use the silver paint is a plus. I'm gonna have to do it myself, I guess. And Burnout kind of got a pass or whatever, and although that it's black, it's still a big gaping hole there in the front tire of all these Scion, you know, cars and what have you. On to some final thoughts. If you own 1 or 2 or 3, now you can own 4. And like I said, Reboost has got to be coming pretty soon. I just hope Reboost is not all red, because they went with that mold sheet thing that they do with the tire. Since the fists were red, they went with casting it in the same plastic, which is just lazy as all get gone. And I guess I could be unlazy and try to figure out how to, you know, get the other stuff apart. No, it ain't really worth all that, guys. It's just $24.99. Just wish that the shortcut and things wouldn't keep happening. At least it's silver painted out there where it should be a window there. And anyway, if you like this version of it, or if you got all the Crosscut or the Skids molds and stuff, I mean, you're going to want to pick this up anyway. And that is just ugly right there. So that's about all I got for Crosscut. It's a nice pickup if you're into that kind of thing. And what else is there to say? We've got this already multiple times here. 24, 20, there's 25, 25, 20. There's your $100 worth of Skids molds. All right, guys, have a great week out there. Hope you guys are having a great weekend till hour 1. Thanks again for watching my channel.